of an opposite sex in marriage?
Can you?
Well, possibly.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. So, is it okay to have friends of the opposite sex when you're married? So, we hear this question a lot, and we say yes, as long as there's a certain boundaries and certain common ground rules that you and your spouse talk about before you kind of jump into this scenario.
Yeah, 'cause I think before we got married, or even before when we were dating, most of them, I just got along with females better than I did males because they had more interesting things to talk about. So I felt like it was easier to talk to females and have meaningful conversations. So when she came into my life the second time, I had a lot of female friends.
Yeah, and so I mean, well, while we were dating, we were just friends. We had work friends, or we could politely call them our work wives and our work husbands, gym buddies, and a lot of college friends. So we had friends of the opposite sex as we came into our relationship, and so as we built our foundation, we talked about what does that look like now that we're moving into a more serious relationship and then getting engaged and then getting married. How does those relationships with our friends of the opposite sex, how does that look, and where are they? Where do they fit into the dynamics of our marriage?
Yeah, I mean, the issue is not friendship, right? The issue is, boundaries. Where are those boundaries at? And we had to have those hard conversations because, there was, while we were dating, because, I saw my friends as my friends and that was it. But there's other friends that I had that I slept with, right? But we were still friends, or I had ex-girlfriends that were still friends. And, that started making her feel uncomfortable because I'd never lied to her. So she would ask me, have you slept with her? Well, yeah, we're still friends. Or that's my ex-girlfriend. And so that made her a little uncomfortable.
She gotta go.
So so I used to send text messages like "Happy birthday" or "How you doing?" or once or twice a year, see how let's check up on them. And after a while, she just said, "Hey, that's making me uncomfortable." I said, "Why? They're just friends. I mean, what? They've been around for longer than you have in some cases. Not longer because we've known each other forever, but the second time around,
I'm the queen."
And so we had to talk about it, and we came to the consensus that, hey, the boundary is if you slept with them, she got to go.
She got to go. No friendship. She's not invited to the wedding.
So, I mean, I understood where she was coming from because I had to look at it from her standpoint instead of my own.
Yep. And so when we got married, we remembered that our marriage is a covenant, right? And not just a contract.